is the mantra, and off we go. We're underway in this NFC wildcard game. And the opening kickoff will not be returned, as that will be a touchback. On 1st and 10, Aguilar. And he'll be hit as he releases it, and that'll fall incomplete. So, Charles, you talk about this head coach and his future with this franchise. Look, it's been a frustrating year, and I think we saw some of that frustration boil over at his weekly press conference earlier in the week.
Yeah, he's trying to say all the right things, isn't he? But he's heard the rumors. He knows what's going on out there, and right now, he is tired of having to answer the question, are you on the hot seat, in every meeting with reporters. This week, he kind of said, I've had enough, and I don't blame him. He looks like a guy that may very well be out the door.
First carry for the Clemson man, Travis Etienne. And he'll be upended at the 28-yard line. Just a 3-yard gain there.
A 3-yard pickup. And it's 3rd down.
On 3rd down, Aguilar. Now he'll let it go deep right side. He's got a man, complete. And he'll be out of bounds just shy of the 40. A big play that time through the air. 31 yards. So the big play gets him across midfield now for 1st and 10. Here's a give to Etienne. Busting through contact. Just wasn't a huge hole there for him to operate. Stopped just inside the 35-yard line. 7 yards on the pickup there, and it'll leave him with a 2nd and 3. Off the play fake, Aguilar. And he fires one that's intercepted. Picked off by Jair Alexander. And a great return as he's up close to the 40-yard line. And certainly, look, you're on the road in the playoffs. That is a suboptimal start, opening drive INT.
And, partner, sometimes I wonder, do these teams talk about it to such an extent that maybe you almost talk yourself into the turnover when you're trying to avoid it?
Yeah, maybe they get a little too worried about keeping the football, and then you give it to the other team right off the bat. And, look, we said it, on the road, this is just a terrible, terrible start for them.
It is, and now they've got to rely on their defense.
A good start to the drive. Here's that's caught out on the left side. And they'll get this well past midfield before being stopped just before the 35.
But give them credit for a good read right there, because they read the man coverage on the right side and sent the tight end a few steps down the field and then angled him to the left on a crossing route. And he was able to get enough separation on this play to turn it in.
And got his man. It's caught. Touchdown, Houston. A great effort there. 37 yards. And the Gunners will strike first here in this wild card matchup. Extra point by McCann, up and good. And that makes the score 7-0. Out is the kickoff unit as they run up and send this one away. Pulls it in at the 13. And up to about the 26-yard line, just across the 25. Ready to go with their next drive, and at the line, the Cardinal offense. And there are parts of their last drive they'd like to emulate. And, of course, they'd like to forget the ending, the interception. But they did put together, Charles, a nice sustained drive to get him down the field.
Yeah, and unfortunately for them, the only thing that matters is part two, right? Because once they threw the interception and finished off the drive, that does them no good to go back and say, well, you know what, a good one going. Finish things off. That's the only way you can get it done.
They try to throw on second down, but this one is incomplete.
You know, if following up on this head coach and the pressure that he is under, CD, I want to switch it to you because you've been on winning teams, but I know you've been in similar situations too where things just are not going well. How do you approach that as a player?
It's a tough approach, Brandon, because you actually have to do the opposite of what you would think. You know, in your mind, you're thinking, I redouble my efforts, I go harder. In a sense, you have to back off a little bit. You have to do a little bit less. Do what you're supposed to do, but don't take on the pressures of doing more and trying to do your teammates' jobs as well. If you do that, that's really going to lead you to more issues.
That's complete to John Ross. And he'll go out near midfield at the 49.
So a nice throw right there. And this, we all know, a big test for this young man at quarterback. He guided his team into the playoffs as a wild card. Now here he is on the road looking to get his guys to the second round. It's certainly a tough task no matter how you slice it.
Oh, I absolutely agree 100%. And while no one around the franchise is going to, you know, co-sign on what I'm about to say, because all they're focused on is winning this game. But let's face it, partner, no matter what happens in this one, they've got their quarterback to build their roster around for the future. That's got to feel good for everyone associated with this team.
On second down, ETN once more. And he stopped immediately there.
Jalen Phillips on the tackle. No gain on the play. Brings up third down.
Off play action. Aguilar. He'll air this one out deep for Davis. And that is caught at the 10-yard line. Touchdown, Cardinals. Corey Davis, 49 yards. And the Cardinals are just an extra point away from tying this game.
Extra point by Blankenship is up and good. And that will tie our score here in this opening quarter of play.
So all even at 7 now as they kick it away. And here comes a return from just beyond the goal line. And he'll be brought down at the 28-yard line, so the decision to bring it out of the end zone gets him 3 more. Offense now at the line, ready for their next drive. And they're hoping to redo their efforts in the last drive when they got into the end zone.
And just think of what it's like now on the sideline, because when you score a touchdown, you have to go over and look at the tablet and see what you did on the last drive. When you scored points, it's a whole lot better view than when you're trying to figure out how to fix things there.
So after the run for no gain, here's 2nd and 10. Now Carr.
He'll get this complete to Kadarius Toney.
And they work this well upfield across the 45.
Well, that certainly has to feel good. It's not all the time that the play caller should get all the credit. Sometimes I think in the huddle, the quarterback just says, hey, who's going to make a play for me? I just need something right here. And the end result there, nice first down. Drive keeps moving.
And he sneaks his way forward only for a couple here. 2nd down. So they will accept the penalty and move forward. Following the penalty, it's 1st and 5, and you got to think offensively, all kinds of options. Throwing now is Carr. Airing it out, looking for Ridley. It's incomplete. Took a shot, couldn't connect.
Well, they've got man coverage on the outside, and my scouting report on these DBs tells me that they love to take matters in their own hands. They want man coverage, not zone. And there was good coverage there that forced the incompletion.
Working with 2nd and 5 now.
Carr gonna throw.
That's caught left side by the tight end, Jordan.
That was a route run not just with dexterity, but with intelligence. Found the hole in the zone, made sure the quarterback saw him, and was able to make the sure catch and flip the down marker back to 1.
And he'll maneuver his way forward for about 4. 2nd and 6.
At the end of all that hitting and hollering, it was a 4-yard run, so the offense is going to go back to huddle and feel pretty good about themselves. Defensively, you have to feel okay because you didn't let it turn into a bigger run, but the goal, shut it down for 2 yards or less. That's when you start to feel good about yourselves.
This to the sideline and nearly intercepted. Oh, he had that in his grasp. Couldn't get it. Instead, it'll bring up 3rd down.
First down marker at the 31. It's 3rd down. Carr now to throw. Into a double team, and it's intercepted. The safety, Terrell Edmonds, picks it.
And the Cards are going to take possession here at their own 16-yard line.
Well, look, we're watching a quarterback here that's obviously been around for a long time. That's a throw he wishes he had back.
He certainly does, but as you well know, this is a guy that's used to taking a few chances, used to fitting it into tight windows. These are throws that he's made before. Didn't happen to get it completed in this case.
And that closed up quickly there as he gets it up only to about the 17. Just a yard on the first down carry, so it's 2nd and 9. Clock runs, less than a minute to go, and an entertaining first quarter of play. Off the play fake. Aguilar rolling to his right. And they work this well upfield across the 45. A big connection on that one. 30 yards.
One of the things that led this organization to commit to him as a starting quarterback as a rookie, his ability to keep his eyes downfield and make plays out of the pocket. Able to see the receiver while on the move and complete a really accurate throw.
And he's going to get a solid gain of 9 before being brought down. 2nd and right at a yard.
A gain of 9 brings up 2nd and 1.
7-7, our score after 1.
7-7.
The previous run good for 9. Here's 2nd and a yard. Blitz forthcoming as he'll look to throw.
He'll get this out to the flat for ETN.
And he'll get it down on the play to the 37.
One of my old teammates called me the other day when he was watching the game. He's like, man, trying to watch an NFL game and trying to account for their passing game, that's difficult. And just when you think you get everything covered, here comes a back out of the backfield. And in this case, he picks up a first down.
On 1st and 10, it's ETN.
And he's going to get this down near the 20-yard line.
40 yards rushing now on 8 carries for him so far.
Good running right there. And this is a man who was a 1,000-yard rusher in the regular season, so you know he's going to get his chances, and he picks up nice yardage on that one.
First down, right back to ETN.
And he is met in his tracks behind the line of scrimmage. A loss of a full 3 yards, and now it's 2nd down. Off play action. Aguilar. And he's going to go down. They sack him back right around the 30.
Jalen Phillips
just would not be denied. That's a loss of 7. The Cardinals on 3rd down. A perfect 3 for 3 as they look to keep that streak going. This will be 3rd and 19. Looking to throw. Aguilar. Flush to his right. And now a fumble. The ball's out. And the defense will get their hands on it. Going the other way. He's at the 50. The 30, 10, and he's going to bring the fumble back for a touchdown. Oh, backbreaker, that'll drive the coach, the offensive coordinator, just crazy. You get it all the way down there in the red zone, can't capitalize. Instead, they go the other way on the fumble return for a touchdown.
How about the aggressiveness of the defense, though? They're not about to just fall on a fumble, are they? Scoop and score is their motto, and they just did it.
And you can bet they're preaching 2 hands on the ball here as the kick's away following that fumble return.
Pulls it in at the 13. And he takes this near the 25. Just a little pass there. Call it the 26.
Ready to go with their next drive, and at the line, the Cardinal offense.
And in just about every game we see, partner, what do we do when we look at the stat sheet? We go right to
the turnover differential.
Without a doubt.
Under pressure, and down he goes. In for the sack, Deion Jones.
This offense continues to shoot themselves in the foot. And here, another sack.
All game long, we've seen missed assignments, which have led to turnovers, sacks. This group has not played well at all here in the first half.
Now left side, a completion to his tight end. And he takes us beyond the 35 before going out of bounds.
That's a good bounce back play right there after taking a sack on 1st down. Didn't quite get it to the marker, but now they're in a much better spot for a 3rd and short yardage call. If you're the offensive coordinator, you like looking at that section a heck of a lot better than trying to figure out 3rd and long.
The offense on 3rd down tonight, they've been good. 3 for 4 thus far. They're looking at 3rd in the nose of the football.
And trying to shake free, but Etienne cannot. The defense will stop him short.
A loss of a yard, and it brings up 4th.
Defensively, he has been a presence in their backfield in the first half. Had a sack earlier, and now he comes up with a big tackle for a loss.
And how about this one now? In their own territory, a gutsy call. They're going to go for this on 4th and a yard. They're going to try and throw. He's going to have his running back. It's complete. And he's got the first before he's brought down at the 39-yard line. That was a pretty good job by the defense, I thought, right? I mean, they had to go to their check down, but still were able to get it done for the first.
Agreed. Anytime you can force them to come back to a receiver that's a little bit shorter in the route, you've done your job on defense, but still, they pick up the 1st down and get a fresh set.
Huge 4th down conversion. So from the 39 now, they'll come up on a 1st and 10.
Running out of the gun with Etienne.
And able to get this one all the way up to about the 46-yard line.
43 yards rushing for him now in the ball game. Solid running there. And, CD, we hear so much about what it takes to win in the playoffs. Most people like to include having a strong running game in their assessment. And when this man in the backfield, this group has a strong running game without a doubt.
Oh, I absolutely agree with you there because in terms of yardage, he's a top 5 running back in the league. And in terms of impact on a game, not many better than him. And when they're flowing and he's carrying the ball consistently, they're tough to beat.
And that is knocked away in the middle of the field and incomplete.
To this point, I've been impressed with the work defensively. They have not allowed a lot of receivers to run free. And there's another example, another incompletion.
The Cardinals on third down. They've converted 3 out of 5 thus far. Here it's 3rd and 3. Sliding out of the pocket.
He'll find Etienne out of the backfield.
So the completion gets him just a yard, and that's going to make it 4th down.
I think the training and practice broke down on that play because he simply didn't run the route deep enough to get to the first down marker, despite what was a really nice catch and toe tap on the sideline.
Yeah, that's 3rd down 101. You got to go to the marker, know where it is. And how about the call here? They need 2 yards in their own territory on 4th down, and they're going to go for it. He's going to have the hook up to Ross.
And he'll be brought down with the first down after a gain of about 11 as that takes us to the 2-minute warning.
Coming up at the half, we remind you that we're going to do what we've done all year. We'll get you down to Jonathan Coachman in Orlando. Coach will have the lowdown of what's going on here in this wild card weekend as we begin the road to the upcoming Super Bowl.
A handoff for Etienne.
And he got blown up. Losing yardage on the play back at the 44. Officially, it's a 1-yard loss. That's going to bring up 2nd and 11.
At the 44-yard line.
The Cardinals going to use the first of their timeouts as they'll talk things over prior to this upcoming 2nd down play. Back to throw. Aguilar. Firing quickly here, and that's complete. 4 yards on the completion, and it sets up a 3rd down.
Oh, it's time to give a little credit there to the defense. They played that very well because it was a drag route, and he ran a little shallower than normal as he worked straight across the field. He was hoping he'd get lost behind the defensive line, but once he made the catch, nowhere to turn upfield and gain any yardage.
And now we're going to get a timeout here called by the defense as they'll stop it with just over 40 seconds to go in the first half. The line to gain is the 33 on 3rd down. Looking to throw. Aguilar. Looking left side, and it's complete. And he's out of bounds. Almost gets to the 10.
We often hear the phrase sure-handed tight ends, and he certainly fits into that category. Plus, he's got a quarterback who knows to look his way when they need a big pickup. And on this play, he finds him for the first down.
From down at the 12, it's 1st and 10.
Back to throw. Aguilar.
He'll get this off to Etienne.
Down to the 6-yard line on a pickup of 6 as he gets halfway to the goal line. Now the Cards going to call another timeout, their 2nd, as they'll stop it with 27 seconds remaining here in the 2nd quarter.
2nd and 4. They could still get a first down without scoring.
Back to throw again. Toward the back corner of the end zone, but he could not get the feet down. This will wind up incomplete.
That was an interesting look there because as soon as he got outside the pocket, I thought he was going to take off and run for yardage. But what often happens now with these quarterbacks who can move, defenses want to try and keep bodies in front of them, and I think that discouraged him from taking off and made him try a pass.
And he'll take this one in for the Arizona touchdown. Travis Etienne, as the first half is winding down. And the Cardinals have a chance to tie the game here in the final seconds of the half. Extra point by Blankenship is up and good. And we are tied here in the second quarter.
Rodrigo Blankenship set to kick off.
This one tied at 14 now as he sends this one away.
Taken from about the 12.
And they're going to start this drive in pretty good shape as they get it up past the 30. The offense back out there at the line, ready for their next drive. And they will not really have time to do much of anything. 15 seconds, all that remains before halftime. Now he's going to throw deep right side. Into double coverage, and it's intercepted. Greedy Williams picks it off.
And the Cardinals are going to have it here just past the 25.
Nine seconds to play, likely the final snap of the first half as it's 1st and 10. Throwing to start the drive. Aguilar. He's going to fire this thing deep right sideline. And that is incomplete. Took a shot there on first down, but he couldn't reel it in.
Well, no kneeling for them. They decided they weren't going to run out the clock. They decided to take their shot downfield, hoping to either make a connection or a pass interference call. They wanted more points to put on the board.
Not wanting to take a chance this time, they'll keep it on the ground. And they're going to be waiting for him as they get him behind the line. So we come upon halftime here in this NFC wildcard matchup as we send you on over to Orlando for Jonathan Coachman in our EA Sports Halftime Report. Take it away, Coach.
Okay, Coach. Yeah, adjustments likely going to play a big role in this third quarter in what's been a tight contest so far.
One of these two teams about to play their final half of the season as we're back at it in this NFC wildcard bout.
And here comes a return from the middle of the end zone. And he will be brought down here inside the 20. Good coverage as he's dropped at the 17.
The offense now at the line, ready for their next drive.
And, CD, we are in for a very intriguing second half. This is what we wanted, all tied. This is what postseason football is all about.
It certainly is. And doesn't it speak to the parity in the NFL? Roughly half the teams that made the playoffs the year before miss the next year, get replaced. We know it's an any given Sunday mentality. Nothing's easy in the playoffs, but when you have your shot, they're eager to seize it.
Looking to throw again on second down. Carr. And for a third time tonight, he's intercepted. Picked off near the 42. First possession of the third quarter, an interception, so maybe a second half tone setter.
Indeed, and not the tone they wanted to set. That's the equivalent of running out the wrong door and running into your pool instead of running out onto the field. A real dud for that one.
Has that happened to you before?
No, but I've heard stories about teams actually doing that back in the good old days.
A run there on first down and a pretty good one at 5 yards, so make it 2nd and 5.
That's a really nice, tough run inside, and they gained 5 yards on it. And to be frank about it, most offenses don't expect to get 5 yards on a play call like that. So when they do, they go back to their huddle with a little pep in their steps. They're starting to think that they're starting to dominate the line of scrimmage.
The first down run got 5. Here's 2nd and 5. Etienne once more, and he'll get 3 down to the 34-yard line.
You know that old expression, it's not my night? It hasn't been his so far. I don't know if the legs are a little bit heavy. Sometimes having to hang out all day and play doesn't exactly play to your advantage, but it's been a tough go for him.
And every time he looks up, somebody's there defensively. That was the same case on that play. A couple extra tight ends in the formation here as they line up 3rd and 2. Looking to throw. Aguilar. They'll roll him out right. And he is out of bounds inside the 30.
Now that definitely hurts because the mindset is getting a 3 and out there, and they don't get it done. They give up the scramble and a pickup for a first down.
And they'll run here with Etienne. And he'll be dropped at the 23 after a pickup of about 4.
I feel like I could see what he was thinking on that carry. Wanted to follow that big tackle through the hole. Ended up only getting 4 yards on the carry. I think he had designs on that one being bigger.
Following the pickup of 4, here's 2nd and 6. Now they'll switch it up here and look to throw. Dance, and he's going to have to eat this one as down he goes. Jalen Phillips, his 2nd sack of the night. And you get the feeling, Charles, yeah, he's got the 2 sacks now, but he may get more here. We still got a quarter and then some to go.
And the way that he is playing this game, it reminds me of one of the best golfers in the world who can use every club in the bag and make a great shot. That's what he's doing with his pass rush moves right now, showing a little bit of everything. They have no way of stopping him.
Now on 3rd and long, they'll look to throw. And that's going to be incomplete. The contact there enough to jar that ball free, and it brings up 4th down.
They certainly had good starting field position on that drive, but couldn't do anything with it after 3 plays. Have to admit that that's a disappointing end to excellent field position. When that drive started, they had 6 points that they were thinking about.
Blankenship's kick is good. And they take a 17-14 lead. So a good kick there, and they put the bow tie on it with 3 points.
And let's face it, everybody wants a touchdown. We know that. But in the NFL, defenses are awfully good. You're not going to score each and every time. Be able to knock the ball through the post and take the throw.
By the way, I said bow tie. I meant just bow.
Either way.
Not the tie, but yeah.
Either way.
You got it.
I just went right past it.
The offense back out there at the line, ready for their next drive. And following the interception, just any interception, are you a little bit more cautious when you start that next drive, or no, you just throw that out the window?
I think you are. I don't think that there's any way you can run back out there and go, totally didn't affect me. Let's just go ahead and be loose with the football again. You're going to take care of it, but you have to be careful about being too cautious because now you can't run any offense at all.
Still want to attack. We'll see how they attack them here. 2nd and 6, just inside the 30. Carr. And he'll throw this one away. I don't think he's out of the pocket, no. Here comes the flag. In the pocket, chucked it away, flag comes down.
So you got to move a little bit, right? Know where you are on the field, have some awareness. Tackle to tackle. You got to get outside of that tackle box in order to get that done.
So now it's 3rd and long, because remember, they also lose a down on the grounding call. Now Carr. And for the 4th time tonight, it's an interception. Picked off by Justin Reed. And they are going to set up shop at the 32-yard line.
Boy, Charles, that is now 3 interceptions in 3 consecutive drives, and you can see he's just got a look of disgust and bad body language, understandably, as he walks off the field.
And I think it comes from the fact that he's not sure what he sees down the field, Brandon. I don't know if he's seeing ghosts. I don't know if he just can't read defenses. I'm not sure what it is, but that's why he's frustrated. And think about the defense right now. Every time they run on the field, they've gone from hoping to intercept a pass to expecting to intercept passes. Their confidence at an all-time high right now.
Tremaine Edmonds there to bring him down.
Brings up 2nd and 8 at the 29-yard line.
2nd down and 8. And they'll go again with Etienne.
And he is into the end zone. Touchdown, Arizona.
Travis Etienne.
His 2nd touchdown of the night. And the Cardinals turning that interception into a touchdown.
Extra point by Blankenship is up and good.
And his guys will take a 10-point lead.
Gunners 14. Rodrigo Blankenship set to kick off.
So after the touchdown, here's Blankenship kicking off. They'll elect to bring it out here from the end zone. And ultimately cannot get this out to the 25-yard line as he's dropped at the 23.
At their own 23-yard line.
The offense now at the line, ready for their next drive. They're sort of seeing themselves spiral out of control. Let's see if they can get things back on track.
And this is where the coach is walking that line of being calm and really being firm with his team. I had one tell me once, when we were having a tough patch, this too shall pass, this too shall pass. And finally we kept having a rough patch. He said, but you got to do something
Heads up.
to make it pass.
And my goodness, another interception. Picked off at the 36. And he'll return it to the 24-yard line. Now, I'm starting to wonder, Charles, if 5 interceptions, is that the last that we've seen of him?
Well, I think that a lot of people hope that's the last they've seen of him in this game, probably including himself. If this were baseball, the manager would have been at the mound already and asked for the ball, and he'd be in there getting a shower. But in football, you might have to go stand on the sideline and watch the rest of it and see if your backup can do any better.
He's able to work free for about 6 down to the 18.
You know what really fires up offensive linemen? When the guy that is carrying the ball behind them can create his own space and break a tackle along the way.
Six yards on that last play. Here's 2nd and 4. Another tote for Etienne.
And all the way down inside the 5 to the 4.
110 yards rushing for him now as he goes over the century mark here in the wild card round.
At the 4-yard line.
And they'll run with Etienne.
And he will get into the end zone. Touchdown, Arizona.
Travis Etienne.
saving his best for the playoffs with his 3rd touchdown of the game. And the Cards use the short field to their advantage as they cash in for 6.
Extra point by Blankenship is up and good.
And that'll make this a 3-score game now. The lead moves to 17.
14. Rodrigo Blankenship set to kick off.
So after the touchdown, here's Blankenship kicking off. And this is going to be returned from the middle of the end zone. And they're going to start in a hole as he's brought down at the 11.
In this position, trying to get back into the game, teams are looking for a spark from their special teams. That's not what they got, though. They got a setback, and they have a long field to cover if they want to try and put points on the board.
The offense back out there at the line, ready for their next drive. And they've sort of lost their way, partner. How do they recalibrate and get this proverbial train back on track?
Well, this is where...
And he's taken down. Back at his own 7. So that one will be accepted. Carr now on 1st down. And he takes a shot on the release as this will be incomplete.
Well, we've talked about it, CD, but it bears repeating. They are struggling to throw the football. All the interceptions and more incompletions. It just doesn't look like things are in sync out there.
I would agree with that, and it's not a good day when you feel like an incomplete pass is almost a win for you because it wasn't intercepted. And I think the receivers now, when they're running their routes, they want to catch the ball, but they also want to make sure that the defenders don't take it away.
3rd quarter, wild card round. Thanks for being along for the playoff ride with us. Here's 2nd and 10.
Now here's a throw right side, taken in by his tight end. 9 yards, not quite enough, and they'll be left now with 3rd and 1.
A gain of 9 brings up 3rd and 1.
They'll run with Carter.
And he gets this one just shy of the 40, down at the 39.
Brandon, what were they thinking on defense there? They looked like they were playing for the pass. That was 3rd and short. Yeah, it was an easy pickup because they handed it to him. That was way too easy.
Just looked like absolute confusion defensively. Not sure why they were in that set.
Yeah, I'd say you ought to have a few men in the box there.
They'll let this go for the end zone. And it'll be intercepted. Greedy Williams picks it off.
And the Cards are going to get the football back as time will run out in this 3rd quarter of play.
1 quarter remains in this NFC wild card matchup. You're watching the NFL on EA Sports. Ready to go with their next drive, and at the line, the Cardinal offense fights forward for only about a yard up to the 21. And after the interception, they are sitting in an even better spot with the ball and a comfortable 4th quarter lead. To throw on 2nd down. Aguilar eluding the pressure right. And he gets it here to right around the 24 before he's out of bounds. He'll wind up with positive yardage. It's a gain of 3, but now it's 3rd down. Back to throw. Aguilar. Oh, he's got a man wide open, complete. And all the way inside the 35 before he goes out of bounds. A huge play there for Arizona. So the big play changes the complexion of things. Here's 1st and 10 just outside the 30.
ETN with it. First down and more. Etienne.
Another miss.
Still on his feet. And he's hauled away down to the 6-yard line.
141 yards on the ground for him now as he has gotten better, really, as the night's gone on.
He had his eyes on the end zone once he hit the secondary, but they're finally able to slow him down.
Yeah, and I've got to look at this one from the defensive point of view. You just mentioned finally able to slow him down. They've got to figure out a way to make that at the point of attack, at the line of scrimmage, because once he gets through, he's shredding them.
They'll try and run for it on 1st and goal. And for one of the first times tonight, he's going to be held up at the line of scrimmage. They'll say no gain on the play, and it'll be 2nd and goal.
At the 6-yard line.
Throw left side, complete to Ross. Only able to pick up 2, and that leads us to 3rd and goal.
The goal of a wide receiver screen is get enough blockers in front to create a wall and let him pick his spot to run the football. How about the defense there, swarming to it and not allowing that to happen? Did not let him get downfield.
Etienne. And he'll take this one in for the Arizona touchdown.
Travis Etienne.
A 3-yard touchdown run.
And the Cardinals continue to pull the playoff surprise as they lead big here on the road. Extra point by Blankenship is up and good.
And the lead is now 24.
38. Gunners 14. Rodrigo Blankenship.
So after the touchdown, here's Blankenship kicking off. This will be brought out from the middle of the end zone. And the decision to bring it out, not a good one, as he's tackled at the 15.
In this position, trying to get back into the game, teams are looking for a spark from their special teams. That's not what they got, though. They got a setback, and they have a long field to cover if they want to try and put points on the board.
The offense now at the line, ready for their next drive.
Now Carter to start the drive.
And he's going to lose yardage here back to the 14-yard line. He'll lose a yard there, and it's 2nd and 11.
Sometimes you just sit back and marvel at what he can do defensively. Speed, strength, quickness, he's the whole package. And that package just wrapped up the runner for a loss.
Here's a throw to his running back. It's complete. And he's taken down, but not before he gets this across the 25-yard line.
On 1st and 10, it's Carter.
And they're able to get this one across the 35.
We'll definitely see some open running lanes, and he's taking advantage of it right now, but that shouldn't be a surprise. Defense has the lead. They're playing for the pass first.
So signs of life in what's been a dormant offense in this second half. Here's 1st and 10. On play action, it's Carr. He'll buy some time right. And he will not make it back to the line of scrimmage as he's going to be taken down. Just 2 minutes remaining here in the 4th quarter of what has been a one-sided affair. So it's our home team here in possession of the football as we come back. They're looking at 2nd down now as they search for a consolation score. Carr completes it. And able to get this one across the 45 before he's brought down.
That's another first down.
On 1st and 10, here's Carr.
Open man right side is Tony.
And he'll take this from 147-yard line to the other. A gain of 6. One thing I think that's safe to say defensively, the tackling's been really good.
And because of that, it's been very, very hard for them to move the ball because you're not getting the benefits of run after catch. They're tackling them almost on the spot. That means you have to run extra plays, harder to move it. Not too many offenses want to turn down long drives, but when you're down what they are, they've got to pay it off with some points.
7th play of the drive now as they come up on a 3rd and 3. Working from the gun, it's Carr. Quick hitter here, it's complete. And they're going to have another first down as the tackle's made here at the Cardinals' 28. on first down. It's Carter, and he went backwards. He'll be down at the 30. 2 yards the loss, 2nd and 12.
There's no question that coming into this game, this defense was pretty vocal about its desire to take this running back out of his game. And all that pregame wolfing has turned into results.
A rare misstep on that last play because the drive has been strong, but now it's 2nd and 12.
And Carr's throw caught by Tony.
Now the offense going to use the first of their timeouts as the clock stops with 23 seconds to go in the game.
And this defense going to bring out a couple extra DBs here on 3rd and a yard.
Here's Carr to throw. And that will be incomplete with a clock showing 18 seconds now to go.
They went with the dime look that time on defense, just flooded the field with defensive backs, blanketed everyone, took away all the passing angles, thus the incompletion.
And no move to get the offense off the field. They'll stay put on 4th and 1. Now Carr, got to have this one.
And he's got Jordan complete right side.
Touchdown!
Brevin Jordan
from 19 yards away.
And the Gunners' decision to go for it pays off with 6 points.
47, Mike, 47. It's just me and you. It's just me and you.
Carr will look to throw. And this is going to be intercepted. Picked off with great anticipation. Through an opening, and there he goes. And he takes it all the way back. It's a pick 2, if you will, as that play backfires in a big way. Well, that was almost a 4-point swing. The interception, if he had returned it all the way, would have been 2 for them, but just a little bit shy.
And when it's a play like that, you're exactly right with the math. But don't you feel like it would have counted for more if they found their way all the way back to the end zone and gotten the 2? That changes the whole momentum, doesn't it?
Set now to kick this one away, and off it goes. It's a squib kick fielded just inside the 20.
The Cardinals take over 1st and 10 at their own 24-yard line.
The defense can stop it twice more as they take a knee here. And a wild card win moves them on to the divisional round.
Everyone plays all year long for the right to get into the tournament, as they like to call it. Wild card, divisional, doesn't matter to them. One moves on, one goes home.